And welcome to Magic Mondays episode 8 on the 1st of November 2010. We've got a great show today, quite a lot bigger than last week's show, so we're going to crack on with the news from Merlin Entertainment's theme parks and attractions. News this week. First up is that on Friday Legoland shut for the day. Basically there was a mass power cut in the area which shut down the whole park and stopped the fireworks display. I was at Chessington Adventure on Friday, and basically because the two are fairly close, only about 5 junctions on the M25, everyone from Legoland was told to go to Chessington, and Chessington was very busy, which made my first ever trip to Chessington not very good, and to be honest I didn't enjoy it due to the queues being nearly like 90 minutes for most things. So yeah, Legoland had a power cut and basically was shut all day, but yeah, that was what happened at Legoland. Stopped the fireworks and everything. Morwenna Angrove, however you pronounce her second name, has has sadly left Alton Towers after I think it was about 3 years working there. She sent like a thank you letter to Tower Times for all the nice comments that have been on the forums. Obviously she proves that she does read fan sites. Yeah, she's left, and her job is actually on the Alton Towers Jobs website at altontowersjobs.com. You can actually go on to marketing, and it's sales and marketing director. That is actually her job. So Moana has left, and I should think we'll hopefully be getting a new marketing director for next season. Let's just hope they can come up with some more crazy PR stunts. More rumours on Shrek 4D have came about. Is that the Ice Tent could be becoming a 4D cinema, and either the Ice Tent could be getting dismantled and a more permanent building could be putting up, or they could be reusing it, and possibly Old MacDonald's Farmyard and Storybook Land could be getting a full-on re-theme, and probably put into the land far away, or whatever was in the film, I can't remember. And the Bookworm, I should think, could probably go and turn into Shrek, which would be a complete fab, because the Bookworm is awesome. And also there's also quite a lot of rumours going around that this year could be the Beasties' last year. And well, if you want to go and ride it, you can't, because yesterday was the last day of the season at Alton Towers for the main season. Scarefest finished yesterday on the 30th. Not the 31st, Sunday, which meant the season is over, apart from 3 more days starting either, I think it's the 5th or the 3rd, later this week for the fireworks event, which is 10 till 4. Thorpe Park's Friday night's event stopped on Sunday, which was yesterday. The park's going to remain open until the 7th of November and then shut for the year. Yeah, so that was about it for all the site news. So it's nearly the end of the seasons. Well, this time next week it will be the end of the seasons. So it's all about construction for 2011's attractions. So yeah, that's it for the news. Now we're going to head over to Merlomania's site news. First up in the site news is that on Saturday it was the Spookfest meet. We can't really call it a meet because sadly only me and Dan could make it. It was still a great day. Me and Dan was there from 9 in the morning till 10:30 at night. We had a proper good day. I managed to get down on all the horror mazes, considering he didn't want to go on them, but he went on them all and we loved it. It was a really good day, and we're also hopefully planning a meet for the media day / annual pass day for Thorpe Park next year, if they're holding one. So more details of that when we know when it's going to happen. Halloween decorations on the main site are down, the pumpkins are gone, colours have changed, old banner back on the forums. Later this week when it comes to the fireworks events, I'm going to put a few little things up on the site for fireworks. That's about it for what's happening now. But over the next 60 days, I believe it is, until New Year's Eve, I am going to be working on a huge update for the main site. Today, a few minutes ago, I actually showed Dan the new site design, and he really liked it, so it's good. The new site design is coming out on New Year's Eve. There's going to be loads of new things. Hopefully we're going to get some simulators online. I wrote a list last night and I've actually forgot what was on there. There was that much for me to do, but that's all coming on New Year's Eve. That's it for the site news. Now we're going to head over to Yorkville. Last week in Your View, I asked you what do you think will happen at Alton Towers in 2011. We've had quite a few responses. Mike44 said, I would like to see Shrek 4D. As during Scarefest next year, they could change it into a 4D Halloween film. Also, I wouldn't mind seeing a new flat ride near the entrance of 13 where the Ugg Swinger used to be to cut down 13's queue times. Totally agree. I think a flat ride could be, quite possible, but I don't think it's going to happen for at least another, possibly even 3 years. Theme Park Fan says, don't think anything major will be added to Alton Towers next year, possibly Shrek 4D. I expect 2012 will be the year we see something new again at the resort. So basically, I think 2012, I think it's a family thrill. So technically 13 is a family thrill, but we won't see anything on that scale for a while. Resource Man, but I don't really like Shrek, so I hope it isn't that. But what would be better than? But it would be better than nothing. No plan of missions submitted, so I guess it could be. It can't be anything big, or can it? I don't think anything big is going to be happening next year. TV Tower says, I think that submission may be removed next year. I love it, but I think submission is on its last legs. The fact that there are 2 seats where you can no longer sit as the restraints don't work causes many queuing problems, and I noticed this when I was on the park. Totally true. I think submission is a complete fail. If one side breaks down, the other side starts working. Never 2 work at the same time. It's very painful in many areas, and it's not a very good ride. Could be a much better flat there, like I don't know, some sort of flat. Coaster Kid said, I think they should add one of those robot arms. They would look pretty cool when themed around the Dark Forest. This was one of the things that was rumoured for the Dark Forest area way before 13 even came about, was a robo arm, but we never saw anything like it. I think a robo arm would be good, but I think the most people they can take at once is 4, unless you develop something completely new. And 4 people on a couple of robo arms, the queues are going to be absolutely huge. That's it for Your View. This week I'm going to ask you, what do you, do you think 2010 was a great season for theme parks? Do you think 13 was good? Do you think Soar Alive was good? All the new attractions, Wild Asia, do you think it's a really good year? Or do you think next year's going to be a lot better? So yeah, email me at sam@merlinmania.com with your response, or post a comment below, send me a private message, or follow us on Twitter at merlinmania, or find us on Facebook. That's it for this week's show. Remember to head over to the site at www.merlinmania.com, and also remember to sign up to the forums. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next week.